We'd always known our ranch didn't exactly fit in with the shiny new HOA community that sprouted up half a mile down the road. For 5 generations, the Williams family had run cattle, fixed fences, and minded our own business on this patch of Texas land. But about 2 years ago, folks from the city started moving in, building big fancy houses, and bringing along their rules and little clipboard warriors. One of those warriors was Mr. Nathan Hawthorne, or the HOA cop, as Grandpa called him. He wore khaki shorts year-round and carried a notepad like a sheriff's badge. He'd been bugging Grandpa about our unsightly barn being visible from the road, even though the barn had been standing since Grandpa's grandpa built it in 1923. Last Friday, I heard the rumble of a truck pulling in while Grandpa and I were in the back pasture. By the time we got up front, there it was, a spotless white pickup with an HOA sticker plastered on the bumper, parked right by our old oak tree. And there was Hawthorne, leaning on the hood, tapping away on his phone like he owned the place. Grandpa called out, "Something I can help you with, Mr. Hawthorne?" Hawthorne barely looked up. "Just making sure you folks know the community guidelines. Your fence line faces the road and violates visual standards." Grandpa squinted at him. "This here's our ranch, son. Ain't no guidelines here but mine." Hawthorne smirked and pointed at some printed paper. "County ordinances say," but Grandpa had stopped listening. He looked at me and said, "Get the tow chain." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. 10 minutes later, I had Grandpa's old Massey Ferguson tractor fired up. We hitched that HOA truck up like a prize hog. Hawthorne was yelling something about legal action, but Grandpa just waved him off. "Should have asked permission before parking on my land," Grandpa said as he climbed onto the tractor. He gave that thing a tug so gentle at first I thought nothing would happen. But then the truck's back wheels lifted off the ground, and Grandpa started rolling toward the creek that runs along the edge of our property. Hawthorne ran after him, arms flailing. "You can't do this. I'll call the sheriff. I'll..." Splash. The front wheels hit the muddy bank and the truck slid right in. Not deep enough to lose it, but deep enough that Hawthorne had to wade in up to his knees to fish out whatever was left of his dignity. Grandpa unhooked the chain, tipped his hat and said, "Next time, knock first." The sheriff did come by later that evening. He'd been out here plenty. Knew Grandpa well enough to just shake his head and grin. "Next time, maybe park on the road, Nathan," was all he said. Now, every so often we see Hawthorne's truck driving by real slow, windows up, eyes straight ahead. He's never parked on our land again, and I reckon he never will. Grandpa says there's a lesson there somewhere. Maybe it's about respecting boundaries, or maybe it's just that you don't mess with an old rancher and his tractor. Either way, the barn's still standing, the fences are still standing, and so is Grandpa, waiting for the next HOA cop dumb enough to test him.